What this bill does accomplish is to strengthen protections for women and girls, and I believe that it is the right thing to do.
Also breaking news at 4, Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds releasing this video statement moments after she signed a bill removing gender identity protections from the state's Civil Rights Code. Iowa is now the first state to remove gender identity protections from the code. The new law goes into effect July 1st. Opponents gathered at the state capitol throughout the week to try to stop the Republican-led effort to fast-track this legislation. It comes as the governor and Republicans in the state legislature have moved to restrict transgender students' use of bathrooms and locker rooms and restrict their participation on sports teams. Supporters, though, say it's an effort to protect people assigned female at birth. And joining me is Democratic State Representative Amy Wickendall of Hiawatha. She is the first transgender woman elected to the Iowa State Legislature. I want to get a little bit more of what the governor said because she said that the state's Civil Rights Code had blurred the line between the sexes and forces Iowa taxpayers to pay for gender reassignment surgeries. And she says that is unacceptable to most Iowans. What do you say to the governor?
I think to Governor Reynolds, when you say that you have to erase an entire group of people to try to protect someone else, that is the alibi of tyrants. Governor Reynolds has no claim to stand to protect, that she is protecting women and girls. She is the governor who also signed a bill revoking women's right to their bodily autonomy, restricting their rights to reproductive freedom. She is the governor who is starving children by refusing to go ahead and participate in the summer EBT program. What she is doing is unacceptable and should not be allowed, and I hope this hangs on her legacy as a mark of shame.
What about the state legislature? This was a fast track through this week. You had an emotional address on the floor of the House, the last person on the House to discuss it as an opponent. And you have to work with the Republican-led legislature throughout this session. How does this change the legislature for you?
It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to know and to see that my coworkers can't look me in the eye because they know what they're doing. And it was a surprise. And I also think that, you know, this shows where the Republicans' legislature's hearts truly is. It's not in about doing things that benefit the people of Iowa. It's not about putting more money in your pocket. It's not about helping with expenses. They will never miss an excuse to punch down on trans people. They've done it session after session after session after session. We make up 0.03% of the Iowa population. So they, like I said, it shows you where their hearts are, and it's not the people of Iowa.
What is your message to the transgender population, albeit a small population as you're pointing out, the transgender population in Iowa, whether it's the youth or people who are older adults that are transitioning?
My message is stand strong and stand together, check in on one another, be there together with each other. These are dark times, but we will weather this storm together. Beyond that, always remember this bill is unconstitutional on multiple grounds. It violates the U.S. Constitution's protection under the 14th Amendment for equal protection. It violates the First Amendment under the right of freedom of speech. It violates the full faith and credit clause of the United States Constitution. This bill will not stand at the end of the day, so please stand together with each other.
So you fully expect lawsuit, you expect some challenge?
100%.
Where would it come from? Do you know yet?
I've heard rumors from the ACLU. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't been briefed on what the legal impact is, but I mean, given how unconstitutional it is, I expect challenges.
And how do you see your role in the legislature? Because as we've pointed out, this would restrict bathroom use, and it always ends up being an argument about bathrooms or locker rooms. How does that impact your role in the state legislature, in the actual physical Capitol building?
I make it my priority not to discuss the bathroom situation. I find it deeply insulting that since I've been elected, that has been the #1 question that people ask me. No other lawmaker, no other person would suffer that indignity to be asked where they're going to use the bathroom. It hurts, it sucks, and you know, honestly, these people who write these bills should just grow up and stop obsessing about people's genitals.
Representative Amy Wickendall, Democrat from Hiawatha, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
You bet.